I would never. I would never. I should be invisible now. Look at that. Season rankings, final results. Let's go. Made it to Mythic tier. And in Limited, I made it to Platinum tier 4. Let's go. Yo, Blumpo, congratulations. Here, Panda, I'm going to send you both of my codes. Well, at least the first code. So you can get it to Blumpo. Let's go, Blumpo. Heck yes. All right. Sending it to you right now, Panda. Panda, why are you not at the top of my DMs right now? Wow. Wow. Oh, we got a lot of cards. We got a lot of cards to open. There you are, sir. Very, very shameful. Agreed. All right, we have 8 Final Fantasy boosters to open. We have some new style samurai katanas. Yes, this is something you can get on your phone. I think I would recommend, you can play on your phone. It's kind of small on your phone. If you have a tablet, I would recommend playing on a tablet. I play on my iPad all the time. So we've made it to constructed placement, which means I will have to find a new deck list to play. That's exciting, though, that it's reset. So what sucks here is that Heartfire Hero and Monstrous Rage are what I use to get to Mythic this season. Hopeless Nightmare. And then I was using the Corey Steel Cutters for the Vivi deck. Nice. Nice. What do we got going here? I would highly recommend it. I'm working on a new video. So I've started a new YouTube, by the way. For MTG specifically. And I'm working on a video of how to get into MTG. What I would recommend. Probably because I ranked so high. Also, we have 8 packs to open. And we got a Mythic. Memories returning. I'm going to try to keep it going. My goal is to stay Mythic in MTG and then to stay Infinite in Snap. Triple Triad. Let's go. The beginning of your upkeep, each player exiles the top card of their library until end of turn. You may play the card you exile this way with lesser mana value. And then we got Reno and Rude. Dude, the Final Fantasy season has been so much fun, though. This set has just been crazy, crazy fun. Let's go. Terra Magic Adept. That's a Mythic. We got one of the bonus sheets. What I really want to pull from the physical TCG, I want to get the Rhystic Study. I'll show you which one it is. It's specifically, we go to collection. It goes for over $100. The physical one. Collection. And we search Rhystic. This one, the physical version, this goes for over $100. But I really, really would like either this or the other Rhystic Study variant. Just ask the rest of the table. You pay the one? You pay the one? Do you pay the one? Aerith Gainsborough, we like that. I actually have one of these. I have the physical TCG one for this. Yeah. They're so pretty. Like, the art is incredible for this set specifically. They're going to have Spider-Man. Next is, it's space-themed, Gilgamesh Master of Arms. Triple Triad again. Not bad, though. Edge of Eternities, yes. Which, the thing I'm most excited about for Edge of Eternities is they're re-releasing Shocklands, which are pretty expensive. But I'm excited for them to be back. If I do that, no. Can I move this away? Sir, what if I do this? Everybody look at me because I'm just chatting right now. And you can't see me adding funds to my account. Hi, everyone. Hello. Tax deductible purchase. All right. Because I just really want to do some drafting. And drafting do be costing money. So we have some gems now. I also plan on doing some standard. Because it just opened up, which means I have to change. What else other than the Corey Steelcutter? Monstrous Rage. All right, so we have to replace with 4 others here and 4 others here. We'll worry about that later. I'm going to do some drafting. We're going to be doing some drafting right now. Allows you to see which of your friends are playing right now. You can challenge and chat with them whenever they are online. 60 of 67, is that? I was like, is that the limit? No, that's just hints that they give you. That's little hints, dude. MTG Arena is super fun, though. If you have any interest in MTG, I highly recommend downloading MTG Arena. I think it's pretty intuitive, the way that you learn it. Let's go play events. Arena direct sealed Magic. Wait, what do you mean? Direct sealed. Sign up for this event and get all 7 wins to win 2 physical Magic the Gathering. Okay. This is super intense. Yeah. I'm not going to do that. It costs 8,000 gems, but you can get actual. Do you know how much these physical booster boxes go for? A full booster box goes for easily over $200. 2 full booster boxes is over $400 easily. What Final Fantasies are there? I know 10 because you just showed them and Tuna, but what about Noctis or Lightning? Yes, all of those. Noctis, Lightning, Snow. Yep, they have them from all the sets. So if you're a big Final Fantasy set, Vivi, FF7, Cloud, Sephiroth. We're going to do the. Do they still have the quick one? Well, are we doing a traditional? I guess we're doing Premier then. And I actually have 1 draft token for this. Don't even have to spend it. Yeah, you're going to see here. We're going. We're actually playing with other people. So the way that a draft works, this is the same way that a draft works in actual, like a physical sealed draft or a physical booster draft. I may be doing a booster draft this Friday. The Discord where my LGS is, they were asking. And actually, one of the people friended me on Discord and followed me on Snap. Their name's Greg. And yeah. All right. So Rufus is great. The Emperor of Palamacia. The thing is, I'm not the best Is It player. Is It being blue and red? I could do Orzhov. And this is our green, which is just a very bad one. This is our rare. So it gives us what it thinks is the best. I kind of want to go Orzhov, to be honest. That's what my gut is telling me. Go Orzhov. So I'm going Orzhov. Orzhov is white and black. The deck's color identity. I don't actually have any of these. I might just grab this because I don't have any yet. Nor do I have this one. Sometimes I just grab because I want the card. Not that it's a good pick. But I'm still thinking of going towards Orzhov. This is an easy decision. We go the Crystal's Chosen. Create 4 1/1 colorless hero creature tokens that put 1/1 counters to each creature. So usually white tends to go towards soldiers, building them, and then buffing them. That's also pretty good, but that's better for us. So you also have a sideboard that you can use, and you can change between matches. So we're just waiting on the other players. But overall, the set has been awesome. I've been a big fan. And I'm hoping Edge of Eternities is even like half as good as this. I'll be okay. Yeah. Yeah, so this is how it works. We're waiting on, basically, we pass the packs to our left and choose one. Versus bots, where your bot, like choosing for a bot doesn't really matter. This actually has an effect. So if you're noticing cards disappear, you know they're building towards specific colors, and you could try to deny them the opportunity to build towards what they want to. Which is some of the bigger brain plays, you know? Again, we're building white and black. So I think we're going to go You're Not Alone. Out of all these, they're not great. You know, Undercity Dire Arrest, not bad. The solid 2-drop. And also, it creates a treasure when it dies. We like that. One of my favorite mechanics that they've added for this mode, Snap does need a draft mode. I think a draft mode would do really, really well. The job select feature. So when you play the equipment, it creates a creature and equips the equipment for free. If it gets destroyed, you can equip the equipment later. Yeah, somebody else is playing white for sure. I can tell just from the lack of other cards that I'm gathering right now. So we just wait for the next person to pass. So you can actually see where the boosters are. So you see, I passed to King Snazzy. They passed to the guy. They passed to Laser Eyes Urza, Fin Fan, Raw 0327. These are all players. Toast and Captain Obvious. Now, I won't necessarily be playing against these other players, but I will be playing other people who participated in Premier Draft. That's the idea. And we go until we finish the entire pack. So if you do a physical TCG in a like an LGS, they'll do the same thing. You open a pack, you take out the token or the art, you pick one out of it, and then you pass to your left. And it keeps going around until it gets to the last one. And then you open the second one, then the third one. Usually it's 3 packs. And what's cool is you can get cards that you want. Some people build competitively, some people just build for value, where they're like, I want that card because it's worth a lot, you know? Versus other people who are like, I want that card because it's good. Really? Nobody grabbed this? I'm going to grab it because it's a rare and I haven't collected any yet. So that's an example of me going for that one I don't have yet. And then you try to build something that works. So you'll usually want to have some bodies. You're going to want to have some sorceries, some instants. If you can get an enchantment, awesome. But you're going to try to build a deck that can get you wins and then get you additional prizes through this draft mode. Now, my thing is, if Snap did it, would there be a buy-in for a Snap draft, you know? Still nobody bought this one? No, I need this, though. Even though I have so many Shinra reinforcements, nobody wants it. I think this is more of a commander card. That's why. I will grab that just because it's a good. Hi, Bard. Welcome on in. I will take a weapon vendor. Gives you a draw. And it allows you to equip for fairly cheap. Also, there's a time limit, by the way. So I should also mention that. And that's our auto select. There is a timer on. Oh, what a good hit. What a good hit. Oh, we love that. Is this a mythic? This is either a rare or a mystic. Mythic, I can't remember. But you see the thing, 45? It's counting down. Dude, that's also a good one. They're like, we want you to take blue. You need blue cards. I'm good. Oh, Bahamut. Let's go. Bahamut is the best summon in the game. If you've ever played a Final Fantasy before, Bahamut is the strongest summon. I do not hate that. Look at this boy. On its first phase, you destroy up to one target non-land. When it hits its third phase, you draw 2 cards. And then if you make it to the fourth Mega Player, this creature deals damage equal to the total mana value of other permanents you control to each opponent. I don't know. I can go make a full 3-course meal during Bahamut's animation. That's fair. Yeah, at least in the... Have you ever experienced Knights of the Round? I remember that in Final Fantasy VII. You do the Sephiroth fight. You just go, oh, the Wind Crystal is one of my favorite. The Wind Crystal is one of my favorite. Because of its ability, you pay 6 and you tap. Creatures you control gain flying and lifelink. It's so good. I also want this, but Wind Crystal is 100%. It is my favorite crystal by far. We're getting so lucky on all of the white cards. Flash, when Ambrosia Whiteheart enters, Flash means you can play at any time, even when it's not your turn. If you have the mana. When Ambrosia Whiteheart enters, you may return another permanent you control to its owner's hand. Landfall, whenever a land you enter Ambrosia Whiteheart gets 1/+0 until the end of the turn. So you can do additional plays, make her bigger. Yep, I do remember the Knights of the Round. Like you could slow roast some ribs while that animation was going. Let's see where it is. All right. So Toast is going to pass to Captain Obvious, then to me. And again, I would recommend doing this if you ever want to get into the physical TCG. Oh, you're right. It's going the other way. You're right. It flips sides. Yep. First you start going left, then you go right, then you go left. But if you want to get into the physical TCG, this is exactly how it goes. You end up opening 3 packs. Again, another banger of a hit. Midgar, City of Mako. You may sacrifice an artifact or creature. If you do, 2 card draws. So it's a double. So if you pay the reactor raid, you get the card draw. Or it enters in tapped. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of what I want to make content for, is for people who want to get into MTG but don't know how. Like, how do I dip my toes into this when it seems so complicated, you know? And I want to help you all with that. Because it's a very fun game. Honestly, I feel like I've made a lot of really good friends through Magic the Gathering. And for me, it's more about the gathering than the Magic, personally. Like, I do love the competitive seed. Yep. You do keep these cards. You do keep these cards in the CCG. If you play physically, you keep the cards in the TCG as well. So they're yours to keep. Usually a buy-in for a booster draft is like $20, $25. And you're getting about 3 booster packs worth of stuff. Yeah. Awesome. I really appreciate that. I think we go Cloudbound Moogle. Even though, you know, the big boy, we're not building blue right now. So this guy flying when this creature enters, well, I can't explain it because we're running out of time, but you get the idea. So there's a limit. I have 9 seconds now. I'm going to buy the ship. We're getting the ship. You know what? Why is nobody grabbing him? He is one of the most broken cards. Nobody is building red or green, which is crazy strong. Like, I think I got my farthest with a red and green deck. Freaking this dude. I don't even know how to say his name. Gladiolus Almacidia. Hold on, we got to pick real quick. When he enters, yay, planes. Well, you know what? I'll go over the stuff when we're actually building the deck. The greed option to want to have 2 here, 2 wind crystals. I might just grab the second wind crystal so somebody else can't have it. I will be that level of petty. I know the White Mage's Staff is better, though, and I have time. What do you guys think? White Mage's Staff or a second wind crystal? So you saying staff? Okay, we're not going to be greedy here. It won't. I just want to, part of me wants to be petty and be like, no. So we already have one Judge Magister, what's his face? I think Grahatia would be better. What's his ability? Whenever another creature or artifact you control dies, put a 1/1 counter on Judge Magister Gabrath. Removal is also good. What do you guys think? What are we going here? Tia, or are we going the Judge? We already have 1 Judge, but 2 is better than 1, right? Yeah. And okay. You know, decided. This is also another good one. +1/+1 for each equipment you control. Our best option. And the way that you're seeing the recommendations, that's through Untapped. So that is like a premium service. It's just because I'm partnered with them that I'm able to see this. But if you really, really like drafting, I would recommend it. It's pretty valuable. They give you, so you won't normally have the thing saying you should get this or this. We're going to grab the Tonberry. Take it with a grain of salt, though. You ultimately should be the one deciding how to build your deck. This is just giving you an idea of what it thinks is good based off of a limited format. So some of these are better in a, what is it? There's limited, then there's crafted format. What is it? Crafted format? There's a different word for it. Some do better in one than the other. Limited format is 40, minimum 40 cards. Constructed, thank you. That's what I was looking for. Crafted is fun, though. Yes, constructed was the term that I was looking for. That was what I was struggling for. Yes, please. Constructed is 60 cards minimum. Yes, constructed. Constructed is 60 card minimum versus the 40 card minimum. So some do better in constructed versus a limited format like this. Let's see where it's at. Laser Eyes Urza has all the packs right now. All of them. Well, there we go. Insomnia Crown City, beautiful. That's the dual land that we want because it goes for both white and black mana. Dual lands are fantastic. We're going to take this so nobody else has him. Nobody's building red. Doesn't look like. That's our last one. Okay, now we actually build the deck. Now is when we put it all together. And again, this is the untapped feature. It gives me deck recommendations. It's going to be Orzhov because I built it for Orzhov. It's going to be Orzhov because that's exactly what I built it for. We're not going Boris. We're not going Selesnya. Those are terms. So Selesnya is white and green. Boros is white and red. Orzhov is white and black. I know Urban Minotaur knows what Orzhov is because he was playing with that originally. So we're going to get rid of you. You. Again, this guy is absolutely broken. Gladiolus Amicidia. When Gladiolus Amicidia enters, search your library for a land card, put it onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, another target creature you control gets +2/+2 and gains trample until the end of the turn. So he's a 6/6 that when you he pulls out a land, but he also, when you play an additional land, for each of those, he puts +2/+2 on another one of your cards, and it gains trample, which means any extra damage goes goes over the creature card that it hit and hits the player in the face. Trample is great. So I really, really love the green and red. I feel like it's very strong. Well, that means you're growing as a player, which is a good thing. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Get rid of the mountains. Get rid of the forests. So if you're playing the actual physical card game, your LGS or wherever you're playing is going to give you your lands. So you choose your cards, you take out the stuff you don't want, you cut it down, and then you usually are going to add, usually you're going to run, how many lands are we running right now? I think they give us the ideal number. We're running 11. I feel like that's small. 11's me, but I'm going to trust it that that's right. How many would you normally run in I feel like 17 is what you want to shoot for. Hold on, are we at 17 now? We're at 16. Okay, so I was close. 17 is the sweet spot. That's what I thought. So you can hit, lands are for your energy curve. So when we talk curve in Marvel Snap, it's the same thing. Mana is generated from lands. You want lands so you have mana to play your cards on your energy curve. We will call this Orzhov. Like BAM. So we have Magitek Infantry, Restoration Magic, You're Not Alone, Tonberry. Tonberry is great. He just takes a little while to get fully set up. We have Albert Steiner, which is another good one. I know somebody was trying to build a commander around this guy. Ambrosia Whiteheart, another good hit. O.E. Earl. This one has a way to tap your opponent's cards. White Mage's Staff, Undercity Diret. We do still have... Please tell me we have... Yes, we have the Wind Crystal. I was going to say, if we don't have the Wind Crystal, I'm going to be upset. But I think we're ready to go. Let's get this. Let's get it. And we do have the Summon Bahamut, which is going to be... That's our bomb. Summon Bahamut is our bomb. This is the card that wins us the game. If it gets to that point. If we can get to the point where we have 9 mana, that takes a while. Sometimes you'll have the game end before you actually get to the point where you have that much. Also, we have Ultima. Ultima is a board clear. I think we have a pretty solid looking deck overall. Let's get it, gamers. So you can also see they give a breakdown of what the different decks do. So for ours, white and black, artifact and creature. Sacrifice your artifacts and creatures, especially ones with death effects, to steadily gain the upper hand. Token generating equipment gives you 2 things to sacrifice. So it looks like we're sacrificing equipment, which I'm okay with. Zimbabwe. Well, luckily my rank went down because it reset for the limited format. I made it all the way to platinum. What is our... Okay, we're good on lands. We have something to play on turn 2 and turn 4. I think this is worth keeping. In general, you want 3 lands. I think we might actually use Reactor Raid here. I'm going to keep 7. So I'm going to go Swamp for turn first. Then we go Plains turn second to get White Mage out next turn. Like, bam. Cornered Black Mages is really good, but we need another Swamp. That's job select right there. So it automatically equips your equipment to a created token creature. In this case, it creates a hero. Whenever this creature attacks, you gain 1 life. They do the same. They're also job selecting here. And they have a 2/1. That's kind of cool because it gives me a second a second landfall opportunity. That autopay. And then we can return a land to hand. So when we play next turn, it'll return to hand. Now they can choose the block here. They can choose the block here, or they could take the 2 damage. I think they're going to take the 2 damage. Yep. But they could have blocked there, and we could have traded. That's 100% an option. Okay, so they're playing blue and green. Blue and green. Remind me of what the color is called for that. It's not Azorius. It is the names. I'm still learning all the dual colored. This is where we play Swamp for turn. They have a 3/2. Simic. There we go. That's what I was looking for. So what I'm thinking I do here, I'm going to move to combat, not tap any mana here, attack with this. If they block, they're still just taking the face damage, huh? What I was going to do was I was wanting additional card draw, but you know, we're fine to wait. I can always do that later. I mean, they do have us on lands right now. They're just using it for card draw. We're thinking the same thing. We want card draw right now. If they do, if they attack with this one, I'm going to let it hit. If they attack with this one, I block. Yeah, they're ramping out. That changes that because now I can't block with it. Yeah. No, I'll take the 4. But you see, when they attack, now they can't block with this card. Might have been saving it and saving your best creature later. What would my best creature be in this situation? It would be a ways off. Okay. I mean, yes, I appreciate the advice because this is personally, this is a new deck for me. Again, attacking with this. Graha, if they go to kill it, or the judge. Well, we have 2 blockers now. So it speeds up when you're doing Premier Draft. So you will see a timer. So you kind of got to be a little bit quick. If you don't want the timer, if you're doing the quick draft, it doesn't have that because those are bots. But in Premier Draft, there is a limit. I can say that the gameplay is complicated, but it's very much worth it, General. It's a very fun game. I find it super rewarding to play. But it is quite a bit higher in terms of difficulty than Marvel Snap. Well, there you go. They have one card left. Baited. Baited. I got baited. Control and equipment, you pay 1 to attach creature. Okay. Which we can do next turn. 3/5. 2/2. I'm not going to attack here. Yeah. If you can get them, dude, they're very hard to get a hold of right now, and they're super expensive. MSRP for the Final Fantasy packs are, I think, around $8, but you might see basic boosters for up to 10. Collector's boosters, you're not seeing collector's boosters. And if you are, they are outrageously priced. The bundle, the collector bundle that has one collector booster in it goes for over 100. See, Y'shtola scares me. Y'shtola scares me very much. But I think you could probably still get them at like Target or like Walmart. There's some very cool cards in there. And you might just hit a banger. You might hit a chase card, you know? Okay, that was only till end of turn. Oh. Destroy all artifacts. That is artifact. And creatures. Ooh. End the turn, exile all spells and abilities from the stack, including this card. You know, we go for a board wipe. They're completely tapped at this point. One, two, three. I have 5 exactly. So this should trigger and I should get card draw. Okay. I thought I would get card draw there. But, you know, I think that was still the right play. Because now we have a Tonberry. And a Phantom Train that I can tap the Tonberry to get out. I read that as we would have gotten the card draw. But it happens all at once, so sometimes it's hard to tell how things resolve. We're not going to tap this. We can, but it has summoning sickness, so we would want to get him out if they had a card that was attacking. It does nothing for you, buddy. You got it. You got one of those. Whenever you tap a non-land permanent for mana, add 1 mana of any type that permanent produces. Look, okay, that's concerning. How can I justify getting back into Magic the Gathering with also justifying buying a Doctor Who boosters box? I mean, the Doctor Who stuff is available. You can get precons for it still. Very much so. We want to save Cornered by Black Mages for later. Mm-hmm. Like I said, I have that card. I have the physical card of him. Give me my card draw. Give me my card draw. Thank you. They don't know what the last two cards we have are. So we get bluff. Singles are impossible to find and I need more than a precon. Start with a precon. Precon is a great way to start. Start with a precon and then you can work towards singles and then building from that. And the Doctor Who commander sets are pretty affordable. You swing my way. Because when you swing, I'm going to tap and then block with Phantom Train. Again, we're fine. We still have a 4/4. You played your card for turn. They also have Fallout precons. I want to get Mothman. Mothman is the next one I want to try and get. I want to mix it with my Sultai deck. Rad counters, baby. Rad counters. Choose wisely here. Yes, there's a Fallout set. Yep. They have Caesar's Legion, Dog Meat Commander. They have the Mothman, which is Sultai. They also have Lord of the Rings, which I hear the best one is the food one. Rufus freaking Shinra. Okay, the best part about Tonberry is that he has First Strike and Death Touch. So when I move to combat here, First Strike, he does damage before receiving damage. So I just attack with Tonberry. Yes, there are also, yes, the Fortnite-ification, there are full YouTube videos about it. I don't entirely hate it because the thing that bothers me is that they're focusing more on Universes Beyond than they are focusing on the actual lore and stuff. It brings in new players, and the fact that there are different planes, like a multiverse within Magic, it makes sense that some of these are the other stuff. So, like, it does work. I just wish they focused more on the actual MTG lore, you know? The lore is really, really good, dude. Like, watch a YouTube breakdown. How is this MTG Arena free to play? It is primarily free to play. Like, you could choose to spend money. It is a lot less expensive than Snap. So there's like a battle pass thing that you could do. You get more packs that way, but you get starter ones to begin with. Dude, I'm holding my breath for a Dragon Ball Z collab. If they put Dragon Ball Z in Magic the Gathering, I am going bankrupt. I'm going to declare bankruptcy immediately. It's over for me. Star Trek would probably be pretty big. Just all the chocobos. The problem is that they can only play one land per turn. So I still have the option to tap Weapon Vendor to get out Phantom Train. Yep. Avatar The Last Airbender is happening at the end of the year. Maybe I spoke too soon. Did they play another land? No, they're just going all in. They're like, I'm going to kill you with burbs. I'm going to kill you with burbs, son. 2 4/2s. That's what I'm saying. You get Goku in, it's over. Okay, this is how I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Oh, am I actually sacrificing it? I thought I just tapped it. You know what? I gotta do it. Gotta do it to him. I'll catch you later. Okay, we have a 5-5 now. No. We passed the blockers. You there. You there. We're gonna see how they do this. We'll take the 4. I feel like they have something. Yep. +3 and gains trample. Yeah, sure. What's up, Geeky? What you got? No, we still... Okay, they do trample, but we trade here. But we're still alive, gamers. Only have one thing left. We're going to hope to top deck. YouTube thumbnails before stream, super important? No. No, I just get it out of the way because it's easy to do for me. I just have a little template set up. You can do it after the fact. I think maybe it helps with people catching the stream, but I'm still very much learning on the YouTube side. And we get a doggo because Rufus Shinra. Get a blocker. But what I would do is just set up like a template for yourself that's very easy to update and modify. Yep. So what I do is I will set up like a... Oh, thank you. Thank you. None on this because the Death Strike. Is it only on this? This creature just tapped the sun counter. During your turn, this creature has first strike and death touch. It's only on my turn. So I might sack him just to kill the Gigantitoad. The 5/5 Robot Warrior is scary, but we do have blockers. Just set up a template for you that you can modify and just quickly change. Not looking great unless we could top deck something magic. Like Bahamut would be amazing here. Bahamut would be the perfect top deck. Yeah, they're going for lethal here. We're going to go there. The 5 is a bit scary. I think I'm going to go, that's better value. And then I'm going to block with this. We'll worry about that later. Do I take the 3? Do I take the 3 here? No, we build it. We get another one with Rufus because we attack next turn. Killing the dog is... Okay, that sounds awful. It's actually good here. Wait, does it not have Death Touch anymore? Oh, no. Okay, hold up. That do be changing things a little bit. He only has Death Touch on his turn, doesn't he? It's only during his turn. So instead, I will take the lesser. Yeah, I don't know. I think most people are cool with it with collabs because they're getting a cut from it, right? They're getting a little bit. It's not looking ideal. Not looking great here. Nah, and we're kind of mana screwed too. I think they got us next turn. This is probably GG's. Like we generated a dog. But we only have one blocker. Which we blocked the big one. But we're still taking 5. No, we're dead. We're dead. They got us by 1. Spider-Man art won't be it. So did MTG do all of the all of its own art for the Spider-Man set that's coming after the next one. Interesting. Yeah, I wonder, well, what about the Secret Lair? Was that Marvel art or no? For like Storm, Wolverine, Captain America, Black Panther. I could work with this. I mean, we don't really need black at this. Oh, is that why? Because it never came to Arena? Huh, so they have rules specifically for Arena versus, well, I guess Arena is a direct competitor within the CCG space versus the physical TCG space, which Marvel is not in. I mean, they kind of are. They have their own thing, but it's not like Marvel Snap, you know? It's a magic pot. What I like is that we can get multiple of these guys out. And it gives us card draw. Now we're just gonna, what I'm gonna do is I just use the ability of that to tap Magic Pot so it can't block. Oh, look, it's summon GF Ifrit. That guy. So Insomnia Crown City is going to give us our black mana. You got Magic Pot as well? Did exactly the same thing I thought. When I saw it, I'm like, oh, Magic Pot, you say? Yeah, I can understand that. They are in another competitive space. So I totally get it. Three, 4 is just a good stat line. That's how we do it. Oh, you have to pay 2 for it. I didn't realize you have to pay 2 to tap. Well, there you go. I think that's where it's not the best. It's a 2/2, but it does give you the option to tap your opponent, which is pretty cool. It's a fat chocobo. Dude, they're running sagas, huh? This is a sagas deck. Yep. So if you played Hearthstone before and Snap, I would say you have a good basic understanding that would get you into MTG. Because the blockers, the way that they do blockers is very similar to Hearthstone. At this point, I'm just going to hold. I have the 2 mana I need. No attacks. But I agree. I love how the summon creatures work. So at the end of their turn, they automatically sacrifice themselves. So once they get to the end of their thing, so he's in his 3rd phase now. After this one, summon GF Ifrit automatically destroys itself. Sticky, I also just started a new MTG channel on YouTube. Do you want to check that out? I'm planning on doing an intro video for like people getting into. If you wanted to get into MTG, how to go about it, whether the CCG or the physical TCG. You gonna swing? You gonna swing? Do you have a favorite Final Fantasy? I think it's 7. I think it's 7. I probably would have liked 10 a lot. I just never played it. But I remember seeing Titus and Yuna everywhere. Yeah. 100 bridge control. Look at the many. Okay. Sure. But what if I go ahead and I tap? Never mind. I was going to say, can I tap it? So they're surveilling right now. I still get to declare my blockers. So what I like about MTG Arena is it teaches you the phases without the complication of the actual phases. I have to tap it before it attacks. Got it. What's up, Pig3? Welcome on in. Yeah, you're actually learning the turn phases. So they're declaring their attackers right now. They're saying, do I allow this to go through? I still have the opportunity to tap. Is there a reason? Ah, it's an enchantment. That's why. Okay, you're tapped. Yep, we resolved that. That goes on the stack. Pass to blockers. So now this is when blockers go off. I'm going to sack that. The 4/4 is still coming for me. This dies next turn. I'm okay with that. I'm just going to do the 1 blocker. I take 7. I'm okay taking 7 here. I mean, Final Fantasy is just wonderful. What's the channel name? It is MTG Gore 2424, like MTG OR 2424. You should see it if you just go on my main channel. It's a recommended at the very beginning of it. Just started it because I've been really getting into the MTG stuff and people have been liking it and asking for more of it. So and see, the stack is something you really don't need to worry about until later. But MTG the arena has a great way of you kind of learning what it is without knowing what it is, you know? It kind of subliminally teaches you the mechanics of Magic the Gathering, which I really, really enjoy. You know what? What was mana burn? Teach me the ways. What's mana burn? Get block with that. Not this guy sacks next turn. No attacks. We're good. Did mana used to hurt you? He dies. Oh, interesting. So you had to spend all mana. Any extra would hurt you. Very interesting. Who's the biggest? You. Appreciate that, Sticky. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to putting out some fun Magic content. Honestly, end goal, I would love to be a Magic the Gathering ambassador. I think that'd be super fun. Sure, I got blockers. And I can sack. Interesting. That's cool. You're tapped. You're tapped, bro. I see why that would be a thing. So we pass to their attackers. They declare attackers. We declare blockers. I think we could actually win here. Thank you. I appreciate that. I try to make them also educational. I feel like I'm very good at verbalizing, I don't know, the reasoning behind things, the logic, at least in ways that I would learn well if someone was teaching it. So I think, yeah, especially getting new people into things. Get my boy out. It's a 5/5. I'm gonna take down your chocobo now. Now we're gonna pass to our blockers. We're blocking that, and you're gonna lose your fat chocobo. And see if my cards don't die by the end of the turn. If they get to their end step, they heal, they go back to their original spots, and we're golden. But they are completely untapped at this point. So if they have spells, they might be able to ping Phantom Train for 1. If they ping it for 1 before the end of the turn, I'm dead. Well, the Phantom Train is either way. But our board state looks pretty good. Board state, that's what I was talking about. See, they're using fire magic now. Deal 1 damage to each creature. Combat tricks, exactly. I could put another... Is it worth it? You know, I think it is. So we get up to 2. They only did tier 1. So it only does 1 damage here. So we're still alive. I do play constructed, yes. Yeah, I saw, dude, both Monstrous Rage and Corey Steelcutters and Heartfelt Hero. All were what I was using. That's what I used to help get to Mythic. Ooh, okay, they still got me. They still got me. Fair enough. Well played, GG's. We still have... See, what did Upbeat Beanstalk do? Target permanent gains hexproof and indestructible until the end of turn for 1, which is great. So we're just going to move to combat, not swing at them at all. What's their next phase? Wizards you control get +1/+0. Okay, that's fine. So they could get up to 4. Five. CMV is converted mana value, right? Draw a card. This is Magic the Gathering Arena. Oculus, would you like to learn about Magic? Would you like to learn about Magic? This is how I get you hooked. I said this earlier. Teach your kids to play Magic the Gathering. They won't be able to afford drugs. You get them into Magic the Gathering, they're going to be safe. Yo, Godzilla Goth, welcome on in. Me when I play Restoration Magic on Namazu Trader. That might be the bigger issue. How are you liking Shadowverse? I haven't tried it yet. I have it downloaded. Yes, it is. It's the first one. It's the one that we get all of our other vocabulary for TCGs or CCGs. Yo, Sticky, I really appreciate that. I love that. Heck yeah. For each opponent, tap one target non-land permanent that opponent controls. Put X stun counters on each of those permanents, and you gain X life for X number of non-basic lands you control. Yeah, I think if people were salty about the first game and not having stuff come over, that scares me a little bit. Let's see what they got. Yeah, they're swinging full force now. All right, I'm going to... I want the life at this point. No, I can't afford it. But what I can afford is this one. Kira. And now I can block this guy to minimize damage. Yeah. Yeah, if you've spent a lot of time into a game and you feel like you're just screwed over once you've invested a lot. Like if they made a Marvel Snap 2 and then they're like none of your variants or cards that you've unlocked carry over, I'd be pissed. I probably wouldn't want to play that either. No, for sure. Oh, 100%. Dude, you can't do an Overwatch 2 with Marvel Snap. It's not going to work. I need the card draw. But I have one blocker. They're still doing 3 there. And they have more. I need the card draw. Thank goodness. That's actually kind of fire. I'm putting out... Nice. That's very cool. The thing is, like, I'm limited by the amount of card games I can play realistically. So I've kind of just narrowed it down to Snap and MTG. And I'm very happy with it, to be honest. I'm in a very good spot with it. I feel like I'm in the sweet spot. So next turn, we can do the Crystals Chosen. We have blockers. I feel like if you go above 2 TCGs or CCGs, you're going to run out of steam, either playing competitively, financially, or just burn out, you know? That was rude. That was rude. Freaking fire magic. Good removal, though. Oh, no, they're just wiping me entirely. Nope, that's game. They have lethal on board. And that's just somehow it be. Yep. I mean, it's hard to go back once you've had the taste of this game. I don't know. Commander is where I've been really loving it. Dude, we haven't gotten a win yet. And that's okay. Sometimes that happens. But Commander is where I've been really falling in love. Just, I don't know. I love the casual vibe. It's not about playing the best deck. It's about having fun. It's about the gathering. I look forward to Wednesdays and Fridays. We'll probably be doing some draft this Friday. All right, we got 2 planes. We got Midgard City and Mako. Interested tapped. This is definitely keepable. And you know, I feel like there is a format for that. That's modern. It's just not Commander. There's a different format for that. That's you would enjoy playing Modern. Or like Standard, yeah. But I feel like most people are doing Modern over Standard. I feel like Standard has kind of become a dying format. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. See, my LGS has stuff for modern, not really for standard. EDH used to be considered the poor format for players who couldn't afford constructed decks. Now EDH decks are like triple, quadruple the value of standard decks. Yeah, it's wild. Commander's really become the preferred format. Then there's CEDH, which is the competitive commander, which 100 card deck and you could be dead by turn 3. It's like Yu-Gi-Oh! They have so many tutors to get exactly what they need for an infinite combo. Whenever he deals combat damage to a player, draw a card, then discard a card. Yeah, we do that. It's Death Touch, doesn't it? Yeah, we'll go no blocks here. I'm a Pioneer player. Pioneers like Standard's Greatest Hits Volume 3. Yes. Yeah, there's Standard, Modern, Pioneer. So you choose how long you want the gap to be. Well, see, you have your 2. And like I said, stick to your 2. 2 is the magic number for card games, I think. I'm going to stick to that because I feel like it's very true. It's +2, +1. And then we could potentially do Restoration Magic for 0. And I gain 3 life. Might be worth doing just to take this down. Do you think it's too early to do the Restoration Magic? This one, free. I'll definitely give it a try. I have it downloaded. What's the name of it? I forget. It's the anime CCG. Shadowverse. There we go. It's a 4/4 now. They're making this very difficult for me. And they have a lot untapped right now. Blue and black. Oh, never mind. Nah, pass. I'll take the 4. The amount of cards in their hand is a little bit concerning to me. We do have Ultima. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which if we pull land, we could do next turn. We could do a board wipe. And they're tapped out, aren't they? We're going to save Ambrosia Whiteheart, I think. I'm good. Card draw. We attack, so we generate the dog. Oh, Bahamut! Let's go. That's actually massive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're nowhere near close enough to be able to summon him, though. Wait, are we talking in Shadowverse or in MTG? I mean, if it's MTG, yeah, you're better off buying singles if you're looking for specific stuff. I want to run and grab a slice of pizza that I have waiting for me. The dopamine you hit from cracking open a pack is really nice. Not gonna lie. But I think if you're doing it, I think you're better off doing like a sealed draft or something versus just buying boosters. Give me 1 sec, y'all. Ah. And that's a legitimate strategy, though. Wait. Resolve? Mm-hmm. We're gonna save this for next turn. Wow, that combo is gonna be insane. Mm-hmm. Wait for it. Nice. I think my most expensive that I have is rude. Wow. Okay. Was the full art Yuna? I also have Vivi, which I traded for. I think we're just donezo. We're not even close to having enough mana for Bahamut. This is where the kids say we are cooked. Unfortunate. Well, we can do some standard for a little bit. Wait, as soon as I'm off of stream, I'm gonna go on like a winning streak. You just wait and see. We've almost completed the entire thing. Yep, solid attempt. Sometimes it happens. Don't take it too seriously. Okay, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna put in. This. We no longer have Corey Steelcutter. And we no longer have Monstrous Rage. I would also say the same thing, Urban Mentor. Do I have an artifact that does anything even remotely close to what Corey Steelcutter does? It created bodies, which was nice. My Corey Steelcutters. Pressure tokens. Maybe. Diamond Pickaxe. Freaking Fortnite. Slick Shot's still a good. Slick Shot. This one right here? Or a Slick Shot, maybe, is it craftable? The red one. Okay. This guy, right? Flying haste whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this creature gets +2 until the end of the turn. This is what we're thinking? Unless we have Leela Undefeated Slick Shot, which would also kind of work. They both have prowess. But I'm not really running multicolored sorceries. They're mainly one or the other. I mean, I have... Honestly, I'm looking for something to fill. I'm okay with it. I'm going to craft 2. That's from Outlaws of Thunder Junction. Okay, we still need 6. We still need 6. Wild Ride. Let's go for it. Oh, yeah, right. Wild Ride is great. Harry Manilow. I really like this one, and it doesn't cost a lot. What is up, Perry? How you doing, buddy? Welcome on in. Brian the Abuela. What is going on? Now, we'll take the Sorcerer Speed, though. It still works for what we need it to do. Dark Moogle, hello. the person who regularly destroys me with fire hair Galactus. Welcome on in, Raiders. Perry, how was stream? How was bingo tonight? We're just doing some Magic the Gathering. Y'all like Magic the Gathering. Y'all like Vivi, right? You like some Final Fantasy? Vivi's absolutely busted. Okay. A lot of losing, but bingo was fun. That's the important part. You don't always got to win. I'm still looking. Yo, King of Canada, hello. I'm still looking for more recommendations. We have a good 2-drop in the spot. We got some new band lists today. So my Is It Vivi spells is falling apart. So we're looking for some new stuff. Any other recommendations? Exactly. You had fun. Did you really lose? That's the vibe. All right. So we've crafted those. Yo, Sorcerer, welcome on in. Okay. So we've got rid of Monstrous Rage. Instead, we have Wild Ride. And we just need another 2-drop slot. I do like the Slick Shot Show Off instead of the Corey Steelcutter. Corey Steelcutter got banned today. This card, which was, I mean, I understand why the bans. Thunder Magic, Urban Minotaur says. We could do some Thunder Magic. Just for you. We could do 2 Thunder Magics. And it is one. It is very useful. Are you not playing SpongeBob deck? Is the SpongeBob deck even in Arena? Dude, I have SpongeBob. Hold on. Y'all are gonna make me grab my binder, okay? Anybody got any trades? Anybody got trades? Which, by the way, I do need to finish sorting this. I feel like you mentioned the SpongeBob secret lair. Yes, I did get the command tower. I use the command tower in my zombie list, so it's really, really weird. So it's like all serious zombies and then just SpongeBob's house. But yeah, we got SpongeBob right here. Look at that. Look at that guy. Yeah, we do. Frickin' Joda the Unifier. But yeah, that's why I like my commander deck is super weird. It has like some Final Fantasy stuff in there. It has Deadpool in there. All right, we have a full deck. Let's see how it does. We're gonna try Is It Vivi spells. By the way, y'all. So Corsair, they sent the customizable keyboard, right? Hold on, let me go full screen. They sent the customizable keyboard, but they just recently set the new keycaps. So look, it's all space. Isn't that cool? Want to see something even cooler? So if we turn it on, look, it's my logo. My logo, and then it does like rainbow backlighting, which is doing the rainbow backlighting right now. I don't know if you can see it or not. I guess it's kind of hard to see, but it is doing rainbow backlighting for me right now. Yeah. Isn't that cool? So I just put in the new keys right now. Yeah, dude, Corsair makes so many cool products. I'm literally rocking Corsair, mousepad, mouse, keyboard, pretty much everything. But like the original one, they didn't have the keycaps. So I wasn't sure they were going to send them, but they sent the ones I wanted in, and it looks really, really dope. So I built this myself, which is super freaking cool. Yep, chair. Nah, headset. We are rocking everything Corsair. So I'm using their Thwacky, but they have a bunch of different. I just took a screenshot. There. Give me one sec. Let me sell y'all on the stuff. So they have 4 different ones. I'm using these ones right here. These are the Thwacky, the MLX pull switches. They have the MLS fusion switches as well. They have the plasma. And then I'm making a mess here. I'm making a mess. And then they have the quantum switches. But I'm using the pull switches, which are like, they're thwacky. So they have a tactile feel, but they're like smooth. Really, really good stuff. They sent me an entire care package thing. So these were the original keycaps. But if you're looking for new stuff, you can use my code and get, like if you're looking for peripherals or anything like that. Hold on. Oh, it's because it's competing. I have 2 different keyboards going right now. There you go. You can use Gregor2424 at checkout and get some money off of your purchase and support the stream. But yeah, okay, let's try this deck out. Okay, should go invisible here in a second. Let's be real. Invisible? Invisibility cloak, go. Presses the background button. There we go. Swear to God, if it switches back, I'll be angry. Mm-hmm. No, highly recommend all their stuff. If you're looking for new products, I've been using it for like a year now. Nope, you're not safe to anywhere. No, we got to get to... We're going ranked. We're going to get back to Mythic. How are you doing, Zobo? Welcome on in. Vivi is so broken. Absolutely busty card. You can steal my magic decks as well. Yes. All right. I'm going to go Island for turn into Storm Chaser Talent. We got Otters, baby. Yeah, the 2 card games that I'm sticking to right now, MTG and Snap. That's where my love is for card games. So I'm just gonna, you know, we got Wild Ride. Honestly, the Wild Ride here is kind of insane. +3, gains haste. Can we do both? We can do both. Right, because this entered in because, yes. Hi, Fat Nick. Welcome on in. Dude, I love Shocklands. The new set is going to have Shocklands. That's what I'm most excited for the next set. Get me some good Shocklands. I think we're okay. I think we were better on spells. I don't think I need land right now. It's another land either way. 6 off rip is wild. I see your death touch. I see your death touch. Let's get Vivi out now. We're going to take the 2. So with that ability, all of our creatures enter in tapped. Yes. Am I taking challenges? Not tonight, but maybe in the future, honestly. If that's something that you guys would like to do, was that something that you would like to do? Because that actually does sound really, really fun. I know Urban Minotaur has played me before. We're trying something new. Nobody panic. Dude, I'm actually down to do that in the future. We just kind of got to figure out the right tempo for Magic versus Snap, and that's still what we're kind of figuring out. So I'm absolutely down. And like, if you guys can help me build better decks, we can help each other learn. That's what it's all about, baby. That's what it's all about. It's about the gathering. This enters and tapped. Welcome on in, baby Jesus. Don't panic. In regards to, I forgot what I was talking about. You're going to have to remind me. Okay. So whenever we spend stuff for spells, Vivi grows more powerful. It just adds to the stack. So then Vivi is a mana pool that we can pull from. So the more spells that we cast, the bigger Vivi gets. And these are counters. This isn't ends at the end of turn. This is permanent until they remove Vivi. And we have 4 Vivis in this list. I'm honestly surprised. I guess I understand. You said you're trying to figure out the tempo. No, I meant tempo as in terms of when we play MTG versus Snap. I'm figuring out the cadence for the stream schedule, you know? So like Sundays is when we do Sunday Snap Challenge. If we're doing MTG in the list, when are we doing that? Are we doing that on Mondays after, you know, finding a balance? Yep. Because we were playing Marvel Snap at the beginning of stream. We go with this. Then we switched over to this. Oh, we get to choose 2. Love that. We'll take both of those. Got me a land. Number of cards in your hand to the target. Are you gold? Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm going to use the mana pool from Vivi. So we're actually paying with Vivi as well as the island. Yeah, dude. I'm all about, I want to teach people how to play. I don't know if you're familiar with it or not. The Final Fantasy set has been fire. So good. So now, when that enters, we do 2 damage here. That's what I'm saying. You just have an unlimited mana pool. That's completely broken. And it just keeps getting bigger. Like, look at that. That's just a broken card. Unless they have removal, which they should. They're a black player. They're playing black. They should have removal. Murder. We take the face damage. Thank you for that follow. Welcome on in. Yo, Mel Capulus, welcome on in. Hello. Hope you're having a great Monday. They bring him right back. My old man plays, but I broke his heart, but I preferred to play Yu-Gi-Oh. See, Yu-Gi-Oh is also very complicated. White has more removal than black, which feels off, right? So you're doing a deck review? Sorry to bother you. No, you're good. We were doing the deck review earlier. We just switched up to some MTG Arena near the end. All right, we have 1, 2, 3 in hand. I think the bigger threat. Oh, just free exile target player's graveyard. Humans you control gain hexproof and indestructible until the end of the turn. Well, I think that's on reveal, right? Oh, you sacrifice to do that. Well, I'm gonna do this. I gotcha. That's okay. Well, they're like, no, I'm going to keep this one safe. Okay, we're just going to focus the other one then. And then I'm going to keep doing my thing. Make my Vivi bigger. More Vivis. More. Just keep playing spells. They have double strike, indestructible. So they take down my otter, no? They couldn't take down my Vivi, though. It's just first strike? So they would trade with Otter. Okay. Then we're going to go full swing. I was going to say the problem with the red mono aggro deck was not the Heartfelt Hero. It was Manifold Mouse. 100%. Heartfire Hero just got insanely big because of Manifold Mouse. Manifold Mouse just giving your other mice. I didn't know that. Wait, Alicia's trans? Oh, what? Really? Is this one? Now I want to know. Wait, which one's Alicia? Now I need to know. The red and black one. Oh, okay. Dope. I didn't know that. See, I love the lore too. Like, I'm a lore nerd. Tell me all of the stuff. All right, we're going to do land for turn. We're going to do 2 damage to... That's really, really cool. Actually, hold on. Do we kick? They can sack and then protect here as a response to that. Alicia, who laughs at fate, and Alicia, who smiles at death. Dude, badass names. I'm pretty sure they sack Jira to protect the other one. Yep. To give it. Yep. Level 2. That's really cool. I didn't know there was a bunch of queer characters in MTG. Y'all are making me so happy right now. I mean, at this point, no attacks. We're just going to go blockers. Nick the Greek Geek? I haven't seen him this evening. Yep. I think we're still in a good spot, though. We're very close to lethal. They're going to do, yep. They're just going to keep doing that. But what if we're going to get you to level 3? We're going for the long game. Because we're just paying, it's all Vivi right now. We're just paying, Vivi is giving us all the mana that we need. That's really cool to know. I know, this is a banger for sure. And what if I just lightning strike your Jira here? Because you got to sack her either way. You gonna and make your other one indestructible? That's what I thought. That's what I thought, homie. Beginning of your upkeep, choose the one that has been chosen. Target opponent discards 2 cards, draw 2 cards, you lose the game. Well, I think they put a timer on themselves. I don't swing here, right? This is a no swing situation. Eight 1/1 counters is ridiculous. Yeah. Are they just able? Yeah, I don't think they have a way of putting her back into the battlefield. Unless they do, because now they have 4 cards. We're really not using this for the maximum hand size. It's mainly for the deals damage equal to the number of cards in your hand. Yeah, I think we got him. I think I knew about the partners. They were roommates, 100%. Yes. Yes. Do I need the kicker here? I'll do the kicker for you. I feel like I should have played the Slick Shaw show off. I'm still learning. Yeah, we do. We just full swing. This is a full swing moment. Oh, and also has flying and haste. Yeah, we're golden. Well, so much for haste, but we still are golden. I'm just going to go with Vivi here. Yeah, no, I'm learning that I could have played the show off before doing the second ability. Chandra is also LGBTQ? Fair enough. I mean, you could do your 6. Do you have lethal? So if you full swing on this turn, you're defenseless next turn. Wait, Nisa. Hold on. Do I have Nisa? Because at this point, we have no way of getting a full hand. Unless it counts as, would that count as a spell here? Okay, we're going to try that again. We're going to try that again because I should have won that. I should have won that and I misplayed. Nisa is, no, that's Kiora. I'm mixing up my characters. Okay, let's try this again. We end on a dub. We're going to end on a dub, gamers. This is honestly a newer deck. I was mostly running mono red mice. I recently got, like, I'm really into Phyrexians because I just think they're neat. So I have Yawgmoth, Thran, Physician, but I recently traded Atraxa, Hollow Atraxa for the Isn't she beautiful? Isn't she beautiful? I traded a couple stuff to get the Phyrexian mommy. All right, what do we have? Yep. Eldrazi and colorless. I think we get our. There's going to be a colorless planeswalker. Is it Taval? I literally have him. Tezzeret, who is what I was thinking of. Yeah. Yes. Yes, I have an Ugin Planeswalker from the last set. You know what? We'll do that now. We're going to get you out now. What's plot do? I'm trying to figure out, what does plot 1 do? You may pay that and exile this card, cast the sorcery in a later turn without paying its mana cost. Oh. So basically we're... Got it. Which is probably good. Got it. But basically we're reserving it for later. Okay, they're playing Landfall. This is a Landfall deck. So we could do Show Off now. Then we could do you. And then you. I really like this guy. Good recommendation. And we'll take another multicolor here. And we got 5 right off rip, pretty much. Dude, Landfall is really strong. A lot of good Landfall cards from the set. They go right to... I mean, this feels way too early for that. Personally. I'm just going to go Thunder Magic. And we're just going to do a little bit extra just to be safe. No, they're fully tapped. Yeah. I'm figuring out the lines here. I think we have lethal next turn. Because at this step, okay, it's only target creature versus lightning bolt. So I'm going to go you. Yeah, it's not looking... Yes. Give me the nuclear bomb and a wizard hat. That's Vivi. I like to end on a dub if we can. Mm-hmm. And the flying and heist is super nice. I like it. I like it. All right. I am going to call it an evening. 5 play-in point. Okay, that's what that is. Hold on. Do we have a pack? Do we have a pack? We got to end on a dub. That's the rule, right? 2 Duskmorn. Let's go. I like Duskmorn as a set. It was very fun. I did a pre-release, 2 pre-releases at TwitchCon last year. Yeah, absolutely. I think we're going to make it a regular part of the rotation, Urban Minotaur. People seem interested, and it seems to be... I'm liking the conversations we're having. I have this one physically. I have Princess Harris. Somebody wants it at my LGS. They're like, you want to trade it? You looking to trade it? Do you like to trade it, buddy? You want to trade it? Okay, we should be good. Who are we going to go right into? See, the thing is, I don't know a lot of MTG people. I know Snap people. I know the Snap people. TikTok, I will catch y'all later. I don't like hearing myself. No, thank you. Okay, I'm ending TikTok. I'm ending YouTube. Catch you all on Thursday, gamers.